In today's video, I'm hog hunting with my dad in beautiful southeast Missouri. The trip is action-packed and we have an absolute blast, and we're able to bring home a ton of hog meat. Once we hit the house, we throw a pineapple and teriyaki marinade on some of the loins, and it turns out amazing. Let's get after it. My name is Matt, and I live for moments like these. Guys, I killed the biggest buck of my life this morning. I'm far from an expert, but using persistence and a little bit of luck, I'm able to make some pretty cool things happen. I do my best to capture the entire harvest, the kill, the prep, and my favorite part, the meal. Because to me, it's more than a hunt. It's man versus deer. He is a mass monster. Holy cow. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to check out a man versus deer video. I do a lot of tutorials, I post a lot of hunting videos, but my bread and butter, what I absolutely love to do, is I want to post catch, clean, cook style hunting videos, and that's hopefully what today's video is about. So if you like that sort of thing, make sure you smack that subscribe button and definitely hit the notifications bell so you don't miss new videos that are coming out. Well, like I mentioned earlier, guys, I am trying to make this a catch, clean, cook style video, and we are trying to knock down some hogs to do that today. I'm in southeast Missouri. We just got to camp a little minute ago, drove a little bit to get here. Camp looks awesome. The scenery in this place is amazing. Big, rolling, steep hills, lots of pines. I got a river behind me. You can probably hear it in the background. Beautiful, breathtaking place to go hunting, and we are going to try to knock some hogs down. I got my dad with me. It's his birthday next week, so this is kind of like an early birthday present. And hopefully we're going to have a good time, lay down some good footage, and knock a few hogs down. We got a few hours to kill between now and then. About 4 o'clock, we're going to take some dogs out and run them until dark and see if we can jump up a few hogs that way. And then after dark, we've got some bait piles that we're going to set up on with motion lights, so if the hogs come into it, the lights will flick on, and we should be able to knock a few down that way as well. I'm hoping between those two things, we can knock one hog down a piece. Anything over the top of that is just going to be icing on the cake, and hopefully we get a few hogs down so we can make them into something nice and tasty. But we got a few hours to kill before we go hunting. I'm going to enjoy some of the nice scenery around camp, and I'll catch you guys in the field. All right, we are officially hunting now. Tim, our guide, he's taking the dog and he's going way back up into this hollow right here. We're sitting here in case some pigs decide to come out across this bald face hill. But what's going to happen is he's got a dog that's really good at baying these hogs. He gets into hogs, or they get one bait or whatever, he's going to radio us and we'll go up to him. And once we get on some hogs, we'll kind of follow him through the woods. Hopes is the dog will bay one up and we can go up there and put a good shot on it, or that the dogs will run one to us and we'll be able to shoot him that way. So we're going to be hunting that way until dark, and then after dark we're going to cross the river over here behind us, and there's some blinds set up with corn that the pigs have been coming to pretty regular. So that's the plan for tonight, but we're officially hunting. I'm pretty excited. So the dog's barking up here means it's probably on one. Yeah. We're kind of walking up close to the dog to see if it has one bayed. Oh, it's circling up there. I think it's got one. See Tim and the dog, they're kind of staying in one place, so you might have one bait up here. Yeah, he said hurry, go, if you can go.
Got the first hog down.
Yeah.
Nice young boar. What do you think he weighs, Tim?
That one will go probably 120.
So did you guys jump that one pretty well?
We got just behind the house, and she cut off up here, and she got probably 400 yards up to the top of the ridge, and that's where she started barking. And there was 3 of these. She brought down here and had them in the bottom, and then 2 broke, and I got her to stick with this one until you guys got here.
I'm sorry, that's kind of slugging behind me.
I was trying to give
these little bit older boars and stuff, they won't hardly stay still once they know a person's around.
I shouldn't have put these binders on. I couldn't lift my leg, get up a hill, and falling on my fucking face. Jesus.
So first shot looks like it hit it right there. Did I hit it up here at all?
Yeah, right here, I think.
Yeah, I thought I hit it in the head because it was kind of running towards me. So first shot, second shot, basically done. Nice.
So is his heart still pumping, or is that just nerves?
Good dog.
It didn't take very long for Tim and the dog to get on another group of hogs and single one out. As we were pulling this hog across the creek and up to the road, we heard the dog barking, and we knew we had to get over there fast.
Shoot again, Dad.
Where'd he go? Where is he?
Kneel down. No, it's up there.
Thought I shot him between the eyes.
Yeah.
But next shot was right in there somewhere.
Yeah, they take a minute to expire. They're tough, like mine did. But
Yeah, no shit.
yeah, I was telling you to run up there, and he's like, "It's being still, sneak a little bit."
That's what I did. He said, stop. So I kind of...
How much of an adrenaline pump is that?
Actually, I wasn't even thumping till now.
Yeah, I just now caught up with
the
you.
shots, I was calm.
What happened first?
Yeah.
I guess us going up there turned them, because when I come back, I got about halfway down here, and there was a bunch running the hill here. And they all come across this, and I guarantee you they crossed right down there where I had you guys sitting at.
Yeah. That's all right. We've got our hands full.
Good girl. You got some bonus points on this one.
Oh, it's got a color variation.
Got a little bit of white on it. We don't kill that many of them. We kill a few with the white feet, and we've killed a couple with the white stripes on them.
That's Hampshire.
What a dog. She's got us on too fast.
I'm telling you. Dog.
Go ahead and give her some loving, Dad.
As long as she ain't gonna start gnawing on me.
Dad and I knocked our hogs down fast enough and had enough daylight left that we knew we wanted to use that daylight to get these guys cleaned up and in the cooler. That way we could focus all of our night efforts towards hunting. There was a fast moving stream right by camp. It made an ideal place and a clean place to get these things clean, quartered, and in the cooler. Now to do this, we utilize the gutless method, and if you're not familiar with what that is, I got a really detailed tutorial. It's a video on my channel where I break down how to do this on a white-tailed deer. Make sure you check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. But essentially, I pop the lower legs off at the knuckles, and I work on one side at a time, peeling the hide down, over, and around the front legs. I'm then going to take the animal apart in quarters, the back ham, the front shoulder. I'm going to go back and get the loins, and then any of the loose meat, like the neck meat and the bigger stuff down by the hips. It was really nice having that creek there, because every time I got a piece of meat off, I would run over there and wash it, and it made the whole process super, super clean. All right, guys, we're in our blind. It's about 6:45. We were trying to get in here by 7, but we've got 2 hogs down, quartered, and in the cooler. It's been a hell of a night so far. Just to recap everything, because it happened so fast. we let the dog out of the car. The dog and Tim immediately got on a hog, and this one was trying to bully the dog, and it was, you know, running down the creek faster than what Dad could get to it because I wanted him to take the first shot, so I ran up there and shot it. Decent sized boar, somewhere between 150, 200 pounds. Well, the dog immediately gets on another one, probably 100 yards down the same creek bed, and this one's kind of, the boar and the dog were having a standoff, and Dad was able to sneak up, you know, just calmly walk up and shoot it. So in an hour we were able to get 2 hogs down, and it's just been a heck of a night so far. We're in a blind right now. We got some bait about 50 to 70 yards away. It's hard to see because it's dark, but there's motion lights, there's red lights. If something comes up to it, the lights will kick on. We should be able to see the hogs, and hopefully we'll knock 1 or 2 more down. So that's kind of where we're at, and that's what we're doing. Got Dad with me in the blind again, and we're hoping we get to knock another one down. What do you think, Dad?
I think we can. If they show up anyway.
Yep. So we're going to be quiet and get to hunting, and hopefully we got some more footage to show you guys. But bare minimum, we already got 2 hogs down, so the night can't get much worse.
Couple of cracked rifle shots like us.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing getting away.
They don't stand a chance. I always have expectations when I go hunting, and very, very, very few are they even close to what actually ends up happening. But I always gain new experiences on trips like this, and this is actually my first time hunting anything at night, you know, and there's motion lights involved, and you know, it's my first time hunting with dogs besides rabbits, and it's just been a really cool experience. And the fact that Dad was here to kind of share that just makes this, you know, one more memory to add to the book of ones that I'll never forget, you know. And it's a really, really cool out here. It's quiet. We got the sound of the stream behind us, little brook bubbling, gurgling, babbling brook. That's what we're thinking of. Yeah. There's kind of some birds going off. We got the brook behind us. We got
a babbling brook.
And then just the stillness of the night. It's a really cool experience, and I hope some hogs show up. Well, guys, we sat for about 3 hours. We did see the light flick on a couple of times, but did not see any hogs, although it did get our adrenaline pumping. So we're going to call it a night. It's getting cold, and it's getting late, and we're going to start heading towards the house. But been a really awesome experience. Got Dad his first hog, and a lot of firsts for me too. First time hunting things at night, first time hunting things with a dog, so a lot of cool things happening on this trip. We're going to get home, we're going to get this the rest of this meat cleaned up, and then we are going to find something amazing to make with some of it. See you guys at the house. All right, welcome back to my kitchen, guys. I'm beyond excited to fry some of this wild hog up and tell you guys exactly and honestly what I think about it. As anything I cook, I'm sure that it's going to be amazing. It's going to have its own flavor profile, but I'm interested to see what it's all about and kind of jump into this process. I do want to remind you guys, if you're curious about any of the gear I've used up to this point, any of the food, the seasonings, all of that stuff is going to be available via links in the description, as is my Man vs. Deer merchandise. Any purchases made from that stuff do help me out tremendously. Got my little plug in there. So now, back to the food. I've had this idea in my mind for a little while, ever since I decided I was going to go hog hunting. No recipe, kind of my own little thing I'm doing here. But when I think hog, I think pineapple, and I think teriyaki, and that's what I'm going to do with some of this hog. I'm going to take some of the loin, I'm going to cut it up into pork chops, I'm going to marinate it in pineapple juice to kind of tenderize it. I'm going to toss it in a teriyaki marinade, and then I'm going to smoke it until it reaches an internal temperature of 150, and I think it's going to turn out amazing. Can't wait to see how this goes. Let's get after it. Starting off this cook with a nice clean section of about a half a hog loin. We're going to go ahead and trim this up and do about 1.5 inch sections. We're making the sections a little bit thicker because we don't want them to dry out during our cook. Now, once we get these sectioned and into our bowl, they're going to marinate in straight pineapple juice for 1 hour. Pineapple juice works as a great tenderizer. It breaks down a lot of the collagens, and will leave you with a pretty tender product. Just don't leave them in there for longer than an hour because you can overdo it. Once they've been in the fridge for an hour, we're gonna pull them out of there. We're gonna strain them off real good, get all that juice off there, and then they're gonna go into the second marinade of the night. Second marinade of the night we're gonna be using is a Lowry's teriyaki and pineapple marinade. Really good if you've never tried it. So we're gonna make sure all our meat is coated, and it's gonna sit there for 15 minutes. Once it's done that, we're going straight to our smoker. Smoker's been going at 300 degrees, meat is going straight on the grates, and we're not gonna leave it on there very long. Gonna be a relatively quick smoke. We're gonna pull these things at 150. You wanna make sure that you got a really good gauge on the temperature, because one of the worst things you can do to a lean meat like a pork loin is to overcook it. It'll make it super dry and take the juice right out of it. Doesn't take long for these things to get to temp. They get to 150 in short order, and we pull them off of there and they are ready to enjoy. Well guys, I got a pile of dishes behind me and some grilled wild game in front of me. You know some magic has happened on that smoker. I cannot wait to get into this and kind of see what it's all about. It has kind of a tender feel. It doesn't feel firm or tough to the touch. It's got a really pleasant aroma. I can smell some of the pineapple and some of the teriyaki, and I'm getting no gamey smell or bad smells off of this, so I think it's going to be pretty good. With that being said, we're going to jump right into it and see what it's all about. Nice and down on the inside. The inside is nice and white. This piece is a smaller piece. It looks like it might be slightly dry, but I'm going to start with a small piece here, and let's do it. I have to say that's beating my expectations for what I've had. You know, you hear all this stuff about wild hogs being gamey, especially the males. Well, I killed a male wild hog, and this is really, really good. It wasn't in the smoker very long, but it did get a lot of, I'm getting a lot of smoke in here. I can taste the pineapple, I can taste the teriyaki. It's very, very tender for loin, for like a really lean meat. And I've got nothing but good things to say about this. It's really good. It turned out really good. Well guys, I have nothing but great things to say about this dish. I'm gonna give it a wild game rating of 9 out of 10. I will definitely be shooting more of these things, and I will definitely be eating more of those things. I think a large part of what goes into making your meat taste good is the care that it receives immediately after the kill. And we dressed these things right away and got them in the cooler. I let them sit a day in my fridge drying on air racks, you know, and then I butchered them and started caring for the meat very, very fast. It helped that we were by a running stream, so as I was cleaning it, I was washing it, you know. But I think a large part of maybe some of the hate that wild hog gets is due to the fact that maybe some people improperly care for the meat. No gaminess, no toughness. I think the pineapple juice did a really good job breaking down a lot of the toughness that maybe would have been in here otherwise, and then the teriyaki and that together, man, this is a winning meal right here. With that being said, guys, this is pretty much the end of the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that it was entertaining, but more than anything, I really hope that it made you want to come back and watch another man versus deer video. If you guys like catch, clean, and cook videos like this one, I got another one that's going to show up in the suggested videos as this video closes out. I kill a really, really nice buck, and I make some smoked deer jerky. Check that video out, click the link, watch it, and then let me know what you think. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch a man versus deer video. Thank you, and good luck in the woods.